The rationale for developing this conference paper is to present our specific topic, which we have outlined to be a particular problem in Irish society today. On reflection, after reading the Taking Charge of Change document, as a group we decided to tackle the issue of alcohol consumption in Ireland through the use of economic theories. To quote an old proverb, health is wealth, and the issue of this nation's health has been under threat with the high levels of alcohol consumption in Ireland. So what figures do we actually have to back this up? In a recent study performed by the Health Research Board, the report found that 75% of all alcohol consumption in Ireland is drunk as part of a binge drinking session. It shows that 150,000 people are dependent drinkers and more than 1.3 million people are harmful drinkers. The average alcohol consumption per capita in the OECD region in 2012 was 9.11, but Ireland was 2.5 litres above this. That stood at 11.61 according to the OECD Health Statistics 2014. While average alcohol consumption decreased by 15% in Ireland in the 30 years from 1980 to 2010, it increased by 24% in Ireland during the same period. The OECD figures show that how alcohol consumption in Ireland almost trebled over 4 decades between 1960 and 2000. Ironically, cheap drink is costing us as individual consumers. It is estimated that it costs us 3.7 billion a year to clean up alcohol-related harm, including 1.2 billion in crime and 1.2 billion in health. That works out at every income taxpayer picking up 3,318 annual tab in avoidable related costs. With the recent initiative to reduce drink driving in Ireland, we expect to see a further decrease in the levels of alcohol consumption in Ireland. However, it is too early to say if it has proved to be a satisfactory disincentive.
We want to look at how self-determination theory can be used to motivate people to reduce their alcohol consumption. This is a concept by Stone, Ryan and Deasy. It involves creating autonomous motivation for those who are trying to impact. People must be led to believe that they are making choices for themselves, or else it is unlikely that they will make the choice which you are hoping for. Self-determination theory can be divided into both extrinsic and intrinsic motivators. External regulation uses external rules to achieve motivation. In our case, we would like to raise the legal drinking age in Ireland to 21. The external rewards and punishments associated with this regulation change would motivate people. Introjected regulation uses external factors on a more personal level to motivate people, such as ego. The rewards and punishments are internal to the person. We are proposing a sort of mentor scheme where people who have already reduced their alcohol consumption continue to do so because it gives them an ego boost as they are a model for others. Identified regulation involves reducing consumption because it helps you to achieve another goal, for instance, a better overall state of health. Integrated regulation means valuing the task for the task itself. In our case, that means that people value reducing their alcohol consumption because they think it is the right thing to do. To instigate this, we need to change Irish people's perception of alcohol consumption, for example, by using the media.
Okay, to begin with, we developed our alcohol reduction plan through the lens of the WE paradigm. We hope to address schools, colleges and workplaces throughout the country. This group of people accounts for a large percentage of the Irish drinking population. We hope to move these people away from amotivation and unregulation forms of determination and move toward determination forms of intrinsic motivation and intrinsic regulation. The first step of this process is to enable people to feel a sense of autonomy. To be motivated means to be moved to do something. Autonomy relates to a feeling of self-control in which the individual believes he or she is in control of the task at hand, in this case reduction in alcohol consumption. So within these workshops we may also enable participants to create their own alcohol reduction plan for each level of alcohol consumption. Self-outline plan of alcohol reduction will enable people, I'd say I'm going too long, I'd say, will I?
You're going to keep going.
Am I still going?
Yeah.
Alright. A self-outlined plan of reduction will enable people to plot their own progress and work toward their own scheduled level of alcohol reduction, and giving them a feeling of self-control in which they can work toward their plan at their own pace. Support will also be offered to these participants outside of these workshops. As people work towards their self-created alcohol reduction plan, we would hope that each individual will begin to feel a level of confidence, whereby we would hope people will begin to feel a level of pride and enjoyment in successfully completing their alcohol reduction plan. And the final step of this process is moving the task of reduction in alcohol consumption to a feeling of relatedness. The feeling of relatedness gives the individual a sense of purpose within the reduction in alcohol consumption. Although this policy is predominantly aimed at alcohol reduction, I believe that as people gain a feeling of autonomy, confidence and relatedness, these feelings may be harnessed into the future to promote healthier lifestyles in Ireland, such as taking part in local 5-kilometre runs.
Spot on.
In conclusion, we feel that policy which takes into account the we paradigm and self-determination theory will allow a creative approach to tackling the problem of excessive alcohol consumption in Ireland. This innovative approach to policy will allow the population to have a sense of autonomy when making decisions as regards to their future alcohol consumption. This should lead to a healthier population in Ireland, and in association with this, we would expect the economic benefit of reduced healthcare expenditure in future budgets.